of time, certain states that we try to put things in perspective about what's happening. And take the high road here and be a bigger person because I know my brother is suffering, just doesn't realize what he's doing. And a lot of time to self-reflect here because this is a very serious situation just with the house we're talking about. And just gotta say that nobody is perfect, and I'm not really trying to put myself on the pedestal and feel that I'm perfect. We've all made mistakes on our social self-esteem. Mom and dad gonna bail me out of trouble once because I left them alone, but they figured they would catch my brother out before they even got it in place with him. And for whatever reason, they're struggling all these years with my mom and dad. That's sometimes cancer. And we got to go, for therapy, you need to see something in the military, and whatever it is, not affecting him. I would say that he has empathy. And just like someone who has Asperger's. I'm not here to be the one to say, oh, your brother is this and that. I'm not trying to harass him, but truth be told, he thinks I'm harassing him and disseminating information about him to put him in a negative light. Now, that couldn't be further from the truth. I'm documenting what's happened in my family. And as far as people talking about him negatively, talking bad things about him, they will do that regardless of what I do. And if he's concerned about people telling everyone in the world about all the things he's done, then he should try to reconcile things as soon as possible, because there's a lot of people who are very disgusted and sad. Let the county sell his house at a loss, despite me, or they could somehow maybe he was just irrational in the court, and the judge told him that there's nothing to explain to him. But Andy is now accusing me of harassment, and all I've done is expose the reality of the situation of how my parents died broke, penniless, with this, and the reasons why that happened. Contrary to what my brother would have people believe, is because of the hardships we encountered legally with the system. Nobody is perfect, and I'm not trying to say that I too, did cause my parents some degree of stress and anxiety when I got into trouble. But the fact remains that for the past 20 years, there's been a real animosity and a negative discourse. And I'm hoping that can change. I kept thinking that, I kept thinking of all the people I've known and I met to overcome hardship who had been in that system and difficult decisions. I remember I kept telling my brother, you should disclose about education, your criminal history, and explain it, and people will make an exception. Oftentimes people will overlook certain things. I said to my brother, we should get this place out. You can say things to people and give them advice, but you can't tell them what to do. So I just leave things boggles it too, you know. Um, but he's really strange in fiction, and I'm just wondering now, which lawyer do I call? The one that owes me a favor? I would rather not. It's the one who is going to convince the prosecutor that Andreas should be charged with criminal mischief and harassment and be charged with filing false police reports and lying to the police and using this whole system as a form of harassment. Do I go that route? Do I spend my time doing that? Or figuring out the next best solution, which could be a year or two of alternate residency. You could live here for 2 years, I could live here for 2 years. I could live here for 2 years, so he could live here for 2 years. I thought about that. We could also have a petition and have here for a half mile where I could move out. We could assume all the bills and the mortgage for a year, see how that works, and then we can see about having tenants and renting it out. But to sit here and be told that I'm somehow putting him in a bad light and harassing him is just completely ridiculous and complete nonsense. He knows what he did, he knows what he's been doing, and he knows what he's been not doing, which is not paying the mortgage and the bills with. I'm trying to help my brother and hope us have some semblance of a family and prosperity and capitalize on inherited wealth and not allow the rational decision making that's taking place and the possibility of taking advantage of my brother mental illness on the part of the country. We know damn well that the last issue with my dad, that there was a technicality, so that I couldn't acknowledge in the bill, in the video, and we know damn well that my brother didn't even understand equity, fair market value, and the terminology associated with the real estate industry when he was in court, because he kept saying, I know the house is worth $450. Yeah, it's worth $450 if you fix it up. You put some work into it, which I'd like to do, but it's not, because it's appraised at $240 and I was $228 on it. There's no sense in selling it. The county's going to make a commission, and that's the sad thing about it. Even if there's $10,000 profit left over, that $10,000 will be eaten up by the claim I filed. And it's just ridiculous. There really is no sense in selling something that you can use to make more money with. And it's very hard to get it wrong. It's very hard to have still get credit up to hit a mortgage on a house. These are little green pieces in life that you need to move and start early with. And I'm going to be pushy. And he's coming up on 45, and you want to fall back on some kind of social security, some kind of nest egg, and not seeing it basically stolen from us. Big enough for us to share, and there's many options on the table. All my brother needs to do is walk into that finance commissioner's office, say, hey, I'm willing to make a deal now with my brother. Don't sell the house. And honestly, if he feels like he can afford the mortgage, then I'll hand him the keys. Let him see about living here for a year. Maybe he can talk about, partition. Something to just save this place, and gosh, it's like the beauty of it is that as good as this state land over here. And there's a stopover for birds over here too. It's a big chunk of state land in the middle of a very overdeveloped part of New York. And then there's Comstock Park. So you get this nice, fresh, icy vibe that time. It's really nice. Really nice. And people outside, I want to play baseball right here. You can play football all day long, badminton here. I kept telling my brother, hey man, you could put a mini house right there. Your own house, or I'll do it, and you can have this house. To buy it, Elon Musk house. Hell, I would tell my brother, he deserves a big shot at the company. He could apply for a job at Tesla. It's like we try to give some people life direction advice and they don't want to listen. Oh my God. This so adamant about putting the house on my name. You try to do the best you can. You don't know. You get that frustration. There's an extra window in case the window's breaking there. I mean, there's so much extra stuff in here that comes with a house of being 4 decades of a house. And I took a lot of time, I put a lot of effort into fixing this house. I put the gutters on this place, I cleaned, you name it, I did it. And you can see in my other videos, these flowers come up over here. It's so hard to live this way. It's so hard because today about the house and my brother and my family and how I got a new deal with more bullshit. I mean, you can't make this up. He's charging me with harassment after breaking in here, stalking me, damaging shit, stealing stuff. Look, I can't think they would even entertain this. I have to go now, look, to the court again. To do it. It's just to the point where I'm saying to myself, I've been the one taking care of Dad. I'm the one fixing this house, doing the maintenance here. I'm the one been paying the bills. I'm the one saying, hey, let's make a deal. Let's make an arrangement here. Let's not lose this. And I hope somebody gives a fuck. Because I know most people don't give a fuck. And most people have told me they tried to talk to my brother, and it was as if you're talking to someone who's irate and just doesn't want to listen and just has nothing nice to say whatsoever about anyone or anything and any type of that's of any type of substance or based on any type of fact, And I'm not sitting here trying to say I'm a saint and everybody's perfect, or that my brother's a bad person. I love him. I want to help him. He's about to fuck up a whole house. All the stuff he got is his house, dude. And this artwork, fucking going to court, man. I mean, look at this fucking shit. The cops must have about 50 fucking times since Dad died, and maybe like 180 bazillion times in the past 20 fucking years. I mean, come on already, man. You can have, my brother, you can have half, he's telling me, you can have half the other side of the studios, or this half, and then we can completely be out of sight, out of mind, And then you can do what you want with your half. I'll do it on my house, rent it out, or I'll just move out. Here's the keys. Here's the keys. January 1st, and you pay for the shit. And see what happens if you can do it, Because, right now, neither one of us can rent it out, and that sucks. It's sucking all the money out of my pocket. paying for the fucking mortgage, utility bills, and this place is expensive, dude. You know, and it's fucking beautiful. It's a nice fucking house. It's not fucking falling apart. That fucking trees fell in the house and it caused a fucking leak in the roof, and I've been fixing it for like the 5th fucking time. You know, and there's shit that you gotta fix in the house. It needs a new fucking bathroom. But it's not fucking a tear down. You know, I mean, I have plans with that are like put on hold to fix this sink. I mean, I have things already that have been paused. Look, to cut holes, stainless steel bathroom sink. Whose handwriting do you think that is? That's my father's hand. He still fixed the pipes under the toilet. I mean, there's been, you know, this is an investment. This was a creation that my parents made. It's a little tiny, shitty little house, but it's our house. And we all worked hard for it. Andreas is not excluded from anything. That was not the plan. The plan was, Dad's dying, and he'll come home, and you calling the cops on me, telling me I got to be vacated, I'm harassing. I mean, this is crazy. This is ridiculous, man. And we're about to leave my fucking house, you know, and have to put everything in fucking storage. You know how much it's taking a cost and how much time consuming that is? We're talking about artists. We're talking about, oh, Mom, there's a box collection. There's all little boxes. I mean, there's tiny, there's stuff tucked away, little things in this house. It would take me a fucking year. It took me 2 years after my mom died. When my dad was sick, I ended up in a nursing home. I had to quit my job, yank him out of there, take care of him. These two guys were fighting and yelling and screaming at each other. Cops are here nonstop. So a lot of stuff got put on hold, especially the art business and stuff like fixing the sink. The whole sink's got to be fixed. You know, my dad had dreams of being on a boat too, and I mean, he left me all these notes. Look, I'm supposed to draw bees, horses, turtles, cats, and you know, and help him finish these paintings. This is what I want to be doing with my time. Not going to court, not sitting here watching as some people, the same county, the same conservative Republicans who put my brother in jail, same type of prosecutors who wanted to see him in jail for shit he didn't do and arrested me for weed as a kid, are going to get money to sell our house, and we'll get nothing. And that's like, okay? That's okay? That's not okay with me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to line these people's pockets. I paid $7,000 in taxes just last year alone to put these kids in school, in a public school that traumatized both my brother and I. You know, there were swastikas just found on the tennis courts of the high school I went to, which is right next to the county jail, right behind the courthouse, right next to the police station, too. That's the town we grew up in. And if he's got bad memories of that, yeah, so do I. But you know what? This fucking place is beautiful. It's our property. And we only invited the police on here by our behavior ourselves. Okay? We should be putting a big wall, a big fence up here, and no cops, no police, no drama, no fighting. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way it was when my dad enjoyed the last years of his life in and out of the hospital without my brother constantly fighting, because we had a brawl in 2019. He tried to put a tent here. And from that point on, there was very little interaction. I was giving him money, trying to help him, trying to still rekindle the relationship, despite my father taking out an order of protection. So what does my brother do? He does stuff and then runs to the cops to try to tattletale to say that I'm the guilty one, that he's the victim. Like a little kid. Comes running in here and I videotaped it, and now I gotta send this videotape to the prosecutor and show them that I'm videotaping somebody who was trying to swat and swing at me as I'm filming them, damaging the house and ripping up my plants, and he's saying that that's harassment. So I gotta go deal with that shit instead of honoring my father and mother by also creating art and building upon their legacy and having children and a family, for crying out loud. I put my life on hold to go to the cancer hospitals and sit there and hold their hand while my brother's out there DJing, hanging out with the I don't know, you know? I put my family first, you know, and I honor this. This is not bullshit to me. My family, that's my brother, that's not bullshit to me. Maybe he's sick and crazy, and he thinks I'm fucking crazier, but he needs help. He doesn't understand that by letting the county sell this house, it's going to put us into a further difficult situation financially.